for being me.
Figuratively and physically.
I gave up being an artist over it. I gave up a lot of things. But those were my choices. I could have chose different steps to take to proceed. But I went with what I had, and I had very little. You know, and it wasn't my parents' fault. It was my choices. Maybe I should have waited till later, like the rest. And I would have had a real career for a long time. But you know what? If I had to do it all again, the way I did it, I would do it just the way I did it. Because finally I said, you know, this is it. This is me. This is how it is. This is how I was born. People can't understand that. I can't get through. That's fine. Just be me.
And that I think is probably the most important message that I think I've heard several times tonight, actually, that you have to be true to yourself. You have to live authentically.
You have to be you.
Whatever
that means. Whatever that means. However that means. Whatever you have to do.
Somehow that's at the crux of human happiness, not just our
That
happiness.
is humane.
And it's interesting that one of the, you know, we talk about a lot of the negatives and stuff, but one of the great positives for us is that we're able to do that. We get to that point that we can't accept ourselves and be who we are. And you know what? An awful lot of people don't ever get there.
Right.
And so...
And we all still have our own issues and our own problems we deal with, but if you want to talk about one of those big skeletons, one of those big demons that you have to face, this is it. This is one of them. And you come out the other side so joyous.
Oh, yeah.
When you can accept yourself and live authentically, whatever it is you're dealing with, it is just so nice.
And we have another call. So I guess we're going to say good night to Norbert. I think are you still on, Norbert?
I'm here, ladies. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you so much for calling.
No
it was
problem.
wonderful talking to you.
Bye, Joslynne.
Bye.
Good evening, nlcTrans. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Renee.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to congratulate Joslynne. I think she's heading in the right steps and to proceed with her ambition.
Thank you.
It's something that, you know, I've done, and I've had times where, you know, I thought about it twice, but I'm glad I did. I just want to call in and say you're going in the right direction.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thanks for the support, Renee.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was nice.
That was very sweet of her.
But yeah, it is. It's really, by the time we get through this, I think that it really is. It's a very character-building kind of a thing.
Well, and even as Joslynne was saying, you know, there are folks out there that will verbally abuse you, and given the chance, although we think it's getting better, physically abuse you.
Yeah.
It can be very challenging and very character-building.
Yeah.
Especially when they're curious and they decide they're curious now and they want to ask you personal questions and you don't know them and they don't know you. And they expect you to just, you know, put it out there for them.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting how people assume because you're different, you're automatically going to be open about every detail of your life.
Yeah.
There are some of us that have chosen to do that, to be willing to answer questions when they're honestly asked. But it shouldn't be assumed.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely. And we are out there, obviously. You know, we've put ourselves out there, but some people don't want to do that, and that's their choice.
And some of us put ourselves out there even as a hot mess.
Oh.
I was telling one of my friends, you know, before you ask a question of myself as a transsexual when I was coming out to him, consider whether or not you would ask the same question of your sister, mother, daughter, coworker,
mother, father.
Right.
If you're not going to ask if you're not going to ask your sister that question, you probably shouldn't be asking me either.
You're right. Yes, and we've all had those questions asked.
Definitely.
But you got to have a sense of humor, and I think collectively we do. Have a pretty good sense of humor.
Sense of humor is very important.
Yeah.
It might be sarcastic humor, but it's there.
Well, that's okay. That's
That would
okay.
be me.
That would be Stacy, yes.
As long as it feels good.
Oh, God, yes. Stacy is our resident wise ass. So, but we need that sometimes. So, but we have fun, you know.
Well, my father always told me that if you had the choice, it was better to be a smartass than a dumbass.
Right. Right.
You would say that on radio, huh?
We might have to edit it out later.
Well, anyway. So can we talk about my love life now?
Absolutely.
Actually, that's time, right? You're running the show.
Actually, there's a bunch of things. We need to talk a bit about upcoming events. And I'm going to put my glasses on here. Sorry. I can't live without them. Okay, so we have the Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is Thursday, November 20th. And there is going to be a gathering in Hartford, which starts at 5:15 at the First Presbyterian Church, 136 Capitol Avenue. And then there will be a walk from there and rally at the state capitol. That is Thursday. That's going to be probably impossible for me to get to, but certainly, hopefully a bunch of people will get there.
And then, well, and even if you can't make the actual rally at 5:15, 5:30, they're going to meet again at 7 o'clock.
Right, they're at 7 o'clock. It's the Transgender Day of Remembrance program, and that's at MCC, which is
I forget.
It's not Manchester Community College.
No, it's right there in Hartford. It's like something
it's
community church, municipal
yeah.
community church or something.
Yeah, I always think Manchester Community College, which is one of our members is a graduate of Manchester Community College. That was Jay,
right,
who is now with going to help us out with T.a.L.L. North, which is going to be very cool. Hi, Jay, if you're listening. nlcTrans Awareness Week, November 12th to November 19th. That's
starting today.
Starting today, that's right. Well, of course, it's good that it sort of starts with the gay marriage thing. That's cool.
Yep.
Let's see, we have...
They've got an activity planned pretty much every night through the 19th.
Yeah, Wednesday...
Well, Wednesdays is unreachable. It started at 4 p.m. So
right.
unless
yeah,
you went,
sorry about that.
If you went, give us a call and tell us how
Too
late
late.
it was.
Okay, you can't go to today's event. It was at 4 o'clock, sorry. We're a little late on that. But the show didn't start till 7, sorry. Nothing we can do. Okay, Thursday, November 13th, opening night, Transgender Queer Art and Photography exhibit. That's Afro-American Cultural Center, 211 Park Street, and I assume that is Hartford?
Sounds like New Haven.
No, it should be in New Haven.
That's okay. This is associated with the Yale thing. All right.
This is
all New Haven.
Yep. These are the events they're holding each night for the Trans Awareness Week.
So this is all stuff that's affiliated with Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, the 14th, is Sing If You're Glad to Be Trans.
It's a performer, I believe.
S. Bear Bergman. I'm not familiar, but Sing If You're Glad to Be Trans. That's cool. Slifka Center, 80 Wall Street, obviously also New Haven. Saturday, November 15th, we have Drag Ball, Morse College Dining Hall. Sounds like Yale is going to be a fun place this week. And Sunday, panel discussion, genderqueer and trans identities, Yale Women's Center, 198 Elm Street. So anyway, Yale is the place to be this week if you can manage to be there. There's some really cool stuff going on there. And here's one that's near and dear to our hearts. This is Mitchell College Transgender Panel, and this is November 17th at 7 p.m. Weller Center at Mitchell College, which is here in New London. Actually, we're in Waterford, but New London is just that way slightly.
Right around the corner.
This one is interesting because Stacy and Tara and I are going to be there. We are speaking at this transgender panel. So, and we're actually going to try to film that so that we can show it on this program. So, so that is going to be very cool, and that is, I don't know that that's really open completely to the public.